Hello everyone, I'm here to do a review on Crusader Kings 2. I just want to give you the summary. This is a sequel to Crusader 1, which is more enhanced, as Crusader 1 was sort of a flop when it came to bugs and all that. So Crusader 2 is much better. All the bugs have been fixed. So, I mean, this time you can actually play the game. As I'm just scrolling through here, I'm just showing you how the layout of all the different countries is shown. You have all the dukes and independent nations and royal figures like that. You can see there's different religions, different cultures shown in the games. Some countries start off with wars, and there's different difficulty levels. As you can see on the right hand of the screen, there's the difficulty level, and if you hover above any of those two icons between the skull and the other icon, it'll show you the percentage difficulty. Now I'm just going to show you. I'm going to load the game I've been playing for a while. It's see, as you go through the game, you can usurp titles, and as you collect titles, you can gain more prestige, and you can also create vassals, which basically the game is you conquer other lands, you take the titles, and then you have to give it to the vassals, otherwise you get tax penalties. And it has all these technicalities, which in Crusaders 1 you never found out, you never had that before. As you can see, the map's pretty high quality. Much better than its predecessor. I mean, the settings are much higher resolution. As you can see, it easily glides in and out. You've got the mini-map on the bottom right, all the toolbars at the top, and sometimes you'll get delivered with a message. Now, the game doesn't really have an objective, but I guess if you had to say there was an objective, it would be to get the highest score at the end of the game, because when you retire or the game ends, you will have your score calculated, and it will be put against other scores that have already been put there. So I guess that would be the main objective of the game, would be to get the highest score. But there's also other things you can do, like they have plots and intrigue options where you can have an in-game objective, such as to gain a certain amount of prestige or gain a certain amount of piety, so that you can grant new titles in that. And basically throughout the whole game, as you can see, we've got different countries from that period of time. I mean, there's historical campaigns, which I haven't really tried yet. But as you can see, the military here, that's the way the military works, pretty much the same as before. I mean, there might be different tactics, like you don't actually fight in the game, but you control armies and you send them to certain places to fight. I mean, you do when you do a siege, it's like you know how the siege games, you wait until the siege is depleted, and then you can assault it to take different, because there's different parts of a country. It's not like you just go in there and take the whole country. You have to conquer different little parts. Like, say, one country might have 3 different subparts, which would be like it could be a castle or a church or a town. And as you can see here, there's a family tree. It's very deep. This game is very detailed. I would have to say it's probably one of the best real-time strategies in this sort of format. Like, if I was to give it a rating, I would have to give it 5 out of 5, because you just don't get these high-quality games very often or ever. And plus, it has all these titles, and the layout of everything is pretty good. Like, I mean, you can create different laws, mainly just succession laws and tax laws, but I think the whole game's set out pretty well. The designers in that laid out everything pretty well. I mean, as you can see here, you have your courts and your vassals and your allies, and you have your laws screen, As you can see, there's your hair. Those are the different succession laws. Those are the tax laws, and then you have your technology. Even though, like in the medieval ages, like you wouldn't really have that much technology, but the technology tree's there anyway. But where you can set focus on what part of technology you got. There's your army. You can manage your army. Like they've got one of the interesting features of this game is that you can hire mercenaries, and not only mercenaries. You can have there's different groups like holy orders, so you can hire holy order and they will work for you. But they'll tell you up on the screen what the unit numbers are, and what their army consists of, who leads it, and the total cost of hiring them initially, and the monthly cost. I guess that would be one of the points of this game, is that you can easily run out of money quite quickly, and if you don't have a large amount of land and a big army, I mean, you're sort of like a sitting duck. So, and as you can see, you have your bishops and you have the character screen where you can arrange different arrangements between two parties, two kingdoms. Yeah, so it's got on the toggle map. It's got different terrain and all that stuff. So yeah, in summary, I'd have to give this game a 5 out of 5.